What's up, everybody? So, if you are like me and internet ads are becoming such an annoyance to you, you happen to be in the right place. Keep watching. On Tech Lab today, we are going to install Pi4 on Ubuntu Mate. I'm going to assume that you already have Ubuntu Mate installed in your Raspberry Pi. If you have not yet, I highly recommend watching one of my last videos on how to install Ubuntu Mate on Raspberry Pi. If you already have Ubuntu installed, all you have to do is grab your favorite beverage, sit back, relax, and watch this video. Now let's get to work. Now, on your Ubuntu Mate, go to Pi4 website, click on Install, go to Method 1 to clone the repository. Copy and paste in your terminal. Hit enter again. Copy and paste sudo bash basic-install.sh. Once complete, you will be prompted with some useful information. Click OK for each one of them. Choose an interface. I am hardwired, so I'm going to select ETH0, hit Tab on your keyboard and select OK. I am leaving my DNS as Google. You can choose whichever one you prefer. I am leaving all the ad blockers checked. We can add more. I will show you how to do that later on. Leave IPv4 and IPv6 checked. I am going to use my current setting. I don't want to change anything, so answer yes. This is basically recommending that we assign a static IP address to the Raspberry Pi, which we will do in a little bit. Keep the asterisk in on for web admin interface, hit OK. Leave on checked for light TPD, hit OK. On to log on queries. I want to see everything, so I'm selecting 0. Now our installation will continue. This is an important window. Do not close it before copying the password for the admin web page. I simply copy everything and paste it into a text file. We will need the password for the admin page management later on. Now we're just going to exit the directory and reboot. While the system is rebooting, get on your internet router and do the following. I am using Google Wi-Fi, so I am doing this on my phone. If you are using Google Home, today is your lucky day. If not, the steps are pretty much the same for most home routers. I'm going to Network and General, Advanced Networking, DHCP IP reservations. Here we basically need to tell the router that this IP address is reserved for Raspberry Pi with that MAC address. Now we need to tell the router to use the Raspberry Pi with Pi4 running, of course, as our DNS server. You can only do this if you want all devices in your home covered. If you want Pi4 to block ads for only a few devices, you will need to go to Network Configuration on each device and point the DNS to the Pi4 IP address. Notice that I have my Raspberry Pi IP address and 8888 below that. That is Google IPv4 DNS. I am using it as a secondary DNS address. That is it. You can reboot your Raspberry Pi now and your Pi-hole will start working on its own. You don't have to do anything else unless you are like me and you don't settle for, if it ain't broke, don't try to fix it. If you are, then let's have more fun. Here I'm going to check and make sure everything is set properly in our network settings. So we are going to open terminal and enter this command. Go all the way to the bottom and check this. If everything is good, it should look something like this. My interface is ETH0 because my Pi is connected to Ethernet. Your IP address will be different, of course, but you should have everything staying static with your own IP address for the Pi, your routers, and the domain name server is Google because that is what I picked during the installation phase. Now hit Ctrl X, yes, and enter. Okay, now let's open the web admin page. Again, you will need the Raspberry Pi IP address and the password from earlier. As I said earlier, everything is up and running already. Just to kind of walk you through a little bit, we can go to setting. This is the IP address again, block list. We will check it out here shortly. DNS is set to Google DNS. You can always change it here. DHCP if you want Pi-hole to manage your DHCP. I say no. I let my home router do that. That's why my home router gets paid the big bucks. Now here's the part that you may want to check periodically. There are people out there that work so hard to find bad websites or websites that simply drive you crazy with ads. Here's one site you can find a lot of links that you can add to your block database. You can find more online if you choose to. You just copy and paste them here and hit add. If you get a red banner with an error message, don't freak out. That simply means that you already have that link. It will go from blue to green or red. Green if you didn't have it, and red if it's already in your blacklist. When you add all the sites that you want, you must click on online and click update. You have to do that for the updates to work. Alright guys, I hope this was easy and helpful. If you can do me a solid, like and subscribe, I will continue to work hard for you to make things simple and easy to execute. Thank you again for watching.